Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie if you are new here. I'm still getting used to this camera, and the last time I edited one of these videos it was making some weird sounds that I'm now figuring out is from the autofocus. So I don't know if it's still making those noises, and if it is, I'm really sorry, and I'm trying to figure out how to change it. But for now, I wanted to take you guys through what happened in March for us. As you guys know, as far as our budget goes, it was our first month that we had a full month of paychecks for Ben. So it was like a very new month for us. As you will see, we got a little spend happy. I wanted to show you that, and then I also wanted to take you through my little bullet journal and just show you what I got up to in March. As you can see, it went pretty well. So I'm going to take you through my goals first in my bullet journal, and then I will take you through our budget and show you what that looked like as well. I'll have little timestamps, so if you're only interested in the budget or you're only interested in the goals, you can just watch that part. And then if there's anything else that you guys would ever like to see, let me know. I did the April version of this already, like last weekend I think, so I'll put that in the little cards and in the description down below, so you can go and watch that and see what April is looking like for us. But I just want to take you through what happened in March. Today is April 1st, so my budget is fully cleared out, and it was interesting. But let's look at my bullet journal. Okay, so this is what March looked like for me. If you guys watched my March video, then you would see when I made these goals. But as you can see, I actually hit all of my goals for the month. So my goal was to read 5 books, and I read 7. My goal was to work out at the gym 12 times, which I did 12 times. Train Finn. Technically Ben did this, but I didn't say who had to do that. So he's been taking him to training classes. Finn's little feet are down there. You can see him. And yeah, so going back to this, add more veggies and protein to my meals. Did that. Take 1 weekday off of work. I actually did that this last Tuesday. Figure out my business account. I did that. Fully take off when my family was visiting. I did that as well. You guys will be seeing the vlog pretty soon if you haven't already seen it. And put up 8 videos, and I believe I put up 9. And the word of the month for me was to slow down, and I think I did that. This is my fully fledged highlight of my day. I put in something every single day that made me feel good. Some days it's something like therapy, feeling myself, or finishing meal prep. And yeah, so that is what that looked like. And this is my habit tracker. As we can see, my supplements didn't do so well, but everything else did pretty well. So one of my gifts to myself was to get a facial or a massage. I don't think I'm gonna get a tattoo yet because I don't really know what I want. I am going to try to set that up in the next month, I think. We'll see how that goes. But that is what my tracker looks like. And then you guys have already seen my April goals, which actually I worked out today, so I can put my little check mark there. So that's what that looks like as far as my bullet journal goes. Okay, so let's look at my budget for March. So as you guys know, I black out how much we make. If you really wanted to figure it out, you could, but it's just what we're comfortable with right now. I'm really hoping that I can see the autofocus moving with me, and I hope this isn't making a ton of noise. Oh man. Anyway, so yes, so we have that. So what we had intended this month to come in was about $8,000, and we had about $8,700 come in, so that's pretty great. That also includes actually negative amount that I needed from last month. So yeah, we actually probably brought in closer to $8,900 this month, which was crazy. So that is great. And then all of these payments are always the same. I don't really know what happened to our Netflix payment. I know that we paid it, but I must have put it in a different category, but it's in there somewhere. Yeah, but our rent, our renter's insurance, Netflix, gym membership, didn't have to pay car insurance, and then our internet. Those don't change, hence fixed expenses. And then here is our, what we paid in debt this month, almost $1,900. Do you see this one? So I accidentally paid it twice. I forgot that I had set it up on an auto payment once Ben started getting a paycheck. So I went in and paid, of course this is my highest, like highest priced debt. I paid $400. And it's like not that big of a deal because we want to pay off debt, but because I wasn't intending on spending an extra $400, that was a lot of money to like accidentally spend. So not gonna do that this month, but that is what that looks like. Then as you guys can see, these are all insane. Okay, so groceries, we spent $1,300, which is ridiculous. We spent so much money on groceries, and it's actually from these tiny little trips that we did to like Lowe's, which is a nearby like local grocery store here in Raleigh. I mean, seriously, we went so many times for like little things, and it just kept adding up, and not a fan, especially because we spent $325 going out to eat. As you guys are going to see, we had a month of like excitement that we that we had some money, and so $552 on medication and supplements. That was annoying. We got some stuff from Organic Olivia, coffee enema stuff, which that's a whole other video. I had a couple of medications that I had to buy, and then I had to buy some probiotics for myself, which are pretty expensive. So we spent $253 on household stuff, and that was like tampons. I got a Furbo because we're starting to leave Finn alone now, and it makes me anxious, so I bought a camera to watch in because I'm a psycho. Okay. And then we bought like the outsides of the tent because we have like an outdoor tent, and the like mosquito net ripped in multiple places and we can't fix it, and that's like the whole point of the tent. So we had to get a new one of that. I just realized how great I'm looking right now. I hope you guys love it. So beauty actually stayed under budget. Which not really, it was $421, and that is for Ben got a haircut that was $60. That's our tree out there if you hear that scraping. And my hair was $361. I got it dyed and cut at the beginning of March. Then personal spending, there's a couple of things. I obviously didn't write them all down over here. I got some clothes for Ben and I. Yeah, clothes. I think those are all clothes, except I got this like hair thing to help me curl my hair. So that's what hair thing means. Paid $75 for therapy last month. That was 3 copays. My copays are $25 currently. Actually, I didn't pay anything for doctors because the payment came out today, so that's in my April budget, but it was just $25. So the $200 thankfully was over budgeting. We spent $364 on utilities. For some reason, my City of Raleigh payment came out twice, which was annoying. I'm not really sure why that came out twice, but it did. So thankfully I had that money there. We spent $263 on the car. So most of that is gas. I think the $53.69 payment is our oil change. We had to get an oil change before we went to Asheville. But we got gas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So actually this is incorrect. But that was with driving to Asheville. And as you guys know, as everybody knows, gas was higher this month. So it's actually lowered a little bit, which is great. But yeah, so we were kind of anticipating a higher month of gas, which obviously I didn't budget for, but it is what it is. And then Core and Finn, okay? These Goldens take all my gold, you know, if you know what I mean. That was a dumb joke, I'm sorry. I'm having an interesting mental health day. Anyway, so we bought like some bones for the dogs. Cora had to go to the vet because she had some stomach issues, so she had to go on medication. We also had to purchase her food, or her other medication, which was like $160. I don't even, where, yeah, $161.81, which is incorrect. Not 81. Anyway, you know what I mean. And we had to get their food, and they're both on expensive food. So it was a very pricey doggo month that we weren't intending. And then $430.72 in miscellaneous. This is basically where I just started putting stuff that we were just randomly spending. Honestly, we had a high spending month. We were anticipating it, although I don't think we were anticipating as high of a high spend month as we had, but it was pretty high. We had, like, I bought my phone, I bought some phone cases. Ooh, there's a very loud plane going over. So yeah, we had like some phone stuff that I did actually end up paying with my business. I like paid the house account with it, but there's just like random stuff in here. When we went to Asheville, we went to a couple of stores in Waynesville, which was like the little town we were staying close to. So there's like I got a random dress there. We got a book for like our future child. So we just like, we had a little fun with spending, and honestly, I'm not even mad about it because we have had a really hard time with money the last few years, but particularly this last year and a half. And going a little haywire this month on spending, while probably not great for like our debt, was helpful for our mental health. There was a few things that we had wanted to buy for a really long time, and we did. And I'm not mad about it. However, we did spend quite a bit of money. So, oh, and the last thing that we paid was $292 for for our travel. So that was, I paid my dad $187 for our part of the Airbnb that we stayed at in the mountains in Asheville. And then we paid the first payment of our trip home that will be going at the end of June, beginning of July. We're going to be getting an Airbnb in Illinois when we stay there, just because now we have 2 dogs and Ben is gonna have to work part of the time that we're home. So we don't really want to stay at his parents' where he won't have a place to work. And also they don't want our dogs like running around their house, which I totally understand. If you don't have 2 hairy dogs in your house all the time, you probably don't want them in your house destroying everything. But I don't feel comfortable having them locked away in a room for 5 days, and I also don't want them to like have to be outside all the time. So this is just easier. We'll have our own space. We're within 10 minutes of Ben's parents' house, so we can still hang out with them whenever we want, but we can sleep and Ben can work in our own space, which I think will be nice. But and we actually found a really nice Airbnb. Oop. Cora's dreaming. It's her birthday. Today is Cora's birthday. So that is what our month looked like. So we spent $8,689, which is a lot. We had $23 left in our account that I moved over to our April budget, which you guys will see at the end of April. Actually, you'll see what the budget already looked like in a previous video. But yeah, so it was a high spend month. I have no intention of April being as high of a spend as this one was, but it is what it is. And like I said, I'm not mad about it. I'm not sad about it. It is what it is. And we kind of knew that this was going to happen this month, and we were going to have to figure stuff out. And now going into April, I feel like we have our feet underneath us. We know how much we'll be bringing in from Ben's business, and we know, or I'm sorry, from Ben's job. And then we know about how much we'll be bringing in from my business. Now really all that we're doing is just getting used to everything. And I think one of the things that we're planning to do this month is just spending a lot less on like random stuff. We do have some spending coming up, and I'm sure we'll spend some money, but hopefully this will be a more regular month. Even this last month of March, like I said, I accidentally paid like a $400 payment twice. Cora had to go to the vet and had a bunch of expensive prescriptions that we had to pay for. We went way over budget on groceries, which we're gonna be more careful with this month and like pay attention to what we're actually spending. We went pretty over budget on restaurants and stuff like that, and like medication and all that kind of stuff. So we don't have like, I'm not getting my hair done this month, all that kind of stuff. So we have some space to make improvements, but I'm not mad about this budget. And it's just really nice to be in a place where at the end of the month we're not feeling terrified about how we're going to pay our rent, you know? So that is what March looked like for us. A little bit of a high spend month, as y'all can see. But I hope you enjoy watching videos like this. We do all kinds of videos about lifestyle. I talk about living with chronic illness, and then I also do a lot of vlogs, but I do talk about finances again now. That is initially what I started out this channel to be about, but then we just hit some like crazy financial hardship, and thankfully that's over. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. We have grown by quite a few new faces this month. So if you're new, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know like where you're from, or like a fun thing about you, or why you subscribed. I would love to know. But thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one.